welcome to a Talk IT tutorial on a simple Java game. So this one is going to be Lab 7. So this is adding functionality to the client and where we're actually going to be able to test some stuff as well. So to add a functionality to the client we need to go through player guide and more specifically the process command method that deals with the client input to the server. So what we actually need to do is go to client GUI to take input and act and actually have it so it sends these messages off. So I've already opened this up. This is just going to save us a lot of time. It's quite a large method as you can see, but this is what it looks like when you try and do it in a sort of command line version. Oh, wrong one. So Dungeon of Doom, client GUI. So we've got take input and act. So at the moment it's very simple and doesn't really do much. So let's spruce that up. And as you can see, we've got lots of things going on here where it's like I don't know that. So what we need to do is go implement this in client logic. Hopefully I'm not rushing too much as well at the same time, but this is going to be quite a short tutorial. So in the client logic we need to have something called center server, and then we need to implement that in CSC. So client logic, center server, and we're just going to implement that in our client server. I'll just do so send client to server message, same as before effectively with the server to client message. It's quite simple. Now to do these, which are quite large, so server, so we've done that one. Just grab all of those. So these are all our methods that we need to implement in client logic. I'll go over them very quickly. They're quite simple. Just Control Shift F, save. Let's have a look, make sure there's no errors. So we've got move north, so it just says to the server move n and then do a look command. Pick up, send server pick up. Hello just validates the input and then it says hello plus the input message. Look just sends the server to do a look. Send chat, tac n, end turn. It's all very simple. Just get rid of that. Okay, so we need to go to our client thread and we need to have it so it can actually deal with user input now. So on that run command we're gonna change it so it's expecting a command from the user, and then in game logic we're gonna have something where it says for client move we're gonna just say system.out.println moving direction to string. So we're going to do client thread first. So up here in our run command. So we have a command. While command isn't null, we read it in. We make sure it's not stop. If it is, we just say that client left, just for our sake. Otherwise, we do super.process that command, and then we deal with any exceptions here. And then just for game logic, for instance, specifically for the client move, because that's just one of the things that I think we're going to just test for now. So, so we have client move down here. You'll see that that's also saying that it's an object, but it's no longer an object. It's a compass direction. Just should be able to import that. Okay, cool. That's everything for that for a second. So we can just test move just really to see what it's doing on this side. This is what would actually be happening inside the game effectively in this game logic section. Okay, so we're ready to run it, but we're still not ready to run it at the same time. So one thing to do is just to comment these out. So where we use the player, oh, and again, compass direction for this one here. Okay. Comment all of these out. So what I'm doing is just control / is the trick to do comments, by the way, comment out a line. As you can see, there's a lot of player stuff going on here at the moment. Okay, so effectively the one that we can really test is client move here. We've got one error at the bottom here, client look. Okay, so this is expecting something to come back, so return just something like this for now. Okay, so let's carry on and let's follow this and test it. So run the server, next just run a client and see what output we're getting. So we've got no errors currently, so sort of fingers crossed right now. Server GUI, enter the port 4307, so this is the one I always just normally go for. So let's go to local 0.1, so it's 127.0.0.1 at 4307. Command, we're going to say move north. So it says success, look, reply, look. So this is where we move, and then it also does a look. If we, where is it? Client logic. So when we do a move, it also does a look, and that'll go to center server to look for a look. So we go through all of that. Game logic. Client move, so let's see, so it should say moving and it should say moving north here, so we can see it's done that, and then it's also called look as well, so we know it's working, which is great. And it's just that simple. So that is effectively lab 7 for you. I hope you continue on to lab 8. So we've got a working application. We're starting to send commands forward from client to the server, and now we can start implementing really how the game works. Right, thank you for listening. I hope you continue.